What's good, guys? What is up? This is the last minute full card predictions where we go over, of course, the weight cancellation, the weight misses or any cancellations. Last minute predictions, we go over if anybody missed weight or if there was any cancellations. We go over the money lines, methods of victory, will this fight go the distance, and double chances. So I want to say, if you guys haven't already, guys, just give me a quick like. That's the last thing I'll ask for. We're going to get this show on the road. Enough gish galloping. We're going to get right into it. I want to mention, I believe Malik did miss weight at first, but then he made weight when he retried about 2 to 3 times. I believe he made weight on the retry, so shout out to Malik. Malik's a big guy, had a massive cut, so I'm glad that he made weight on the retry. Everybody made weight. So, here we go. Let's break it down. Vanessa Demopoulos plus 410. Jamey-Lyn Horth minus 590. Jamey-Lyn Horth was on this card. Short notice for Vanessa, as you guys know. It seems like an easier fight to predict, but you never know. Jamey-Lyn Horth was supposed to fight Terezka Bleda. Correct me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. That fight fell through. Now Vanessa steps in. Jamey-Lyn Horth is 7-2. Her only two losses are to Veronica Hardy and Miranda Maverick, who we know we'll talk about later in the co-main event. I want to mention, I think this is going to be a great way to start off the card. Not only do I think this is going to be a great way to start off the card, but Jamie has 3 TKO wins, 2 subs in the third round, and 2 wins by decision, one of those being by split. Matched up against Vanessa Demopoulos. If you guys didn't see what she did in the celebration, that was actually a little bit kind of crazy. I didn't expect that. I'm watching the ceremonial weigh-in and yacht. Vanessa's an athletic beast. She's a high-volume, high-output fighter, can slug it out, decent footwork, but she can be way too open to a takedown. She has 25% takedown defense, and I think Jamey-Lyn Horth is just going to bully her way to victory. The pick is going to be Jamey-Lyn Horth. Let's go over the props. Vanessa by KO plus 2,000. Vanessa by sub plus 1,300. Vanessa by decision plus 750. The more likely outcome out of all those three. Jamie by KO plus 850. Jamie by sub plus 600. Jamie by decision minus 190. Will this fight go the distance? Yes at a minus 310. No at a plus 225. Jamie by KO or on points minus 290. Jamie by sub or points minus 340. Vanessa by KO on points plus 600. Vanessa by submission on points plus 500. In this case, guys, I'm going to be taking Jamey-Lyn Horth moneyline. I know it's chalky. It's very chalky. Jamey-Lyn Horth moneyline minus 590. I like Jamey-Lyn Horth by points at a minus 190. And give me that this fight goes the distance at a minus 310. And give me Jamie by sub or points at a minus 340. Just in case it gets a little bit dicey. Let's go, my girl, Jamey-Lyn Horth for the dub. 834, next fight, 834. Let's go. Here we go, Ange Loosa versus Phil Rowe. This is one of those fights where all day, all night, I was thinking and I was wondering, okay, this fight can go 100 ways, 1,000 ways. Who's going to come out victorious in this fight? And you know what I was thinking? I was thinking the way that these guys match up, this is going to be a pretty good fight in my opinion. It could be lackluster, but I think this fight is going to be a fun one. Plus 1 away for Phil Rowe, Ange Loosa minus 132. This could get dicey. Phil Rowe can have a hole in his wrestling department. Phil Rowe's on a 2-fight losing skid, losing to Neil Magny by split and Jake Matthews by unanimous decision. His most recent win is a KO win over Nico Price. Rowe can lack power. He can manage range very well. Always keeps distance. He can get tagged and has a negative striking differential. He looked terrible against Jake Matthews. Matched up against Ange Loosa. I will never forgive Ange Loosa for what he did to Brian Battle, where he took the easy way out. But let's not talk about that. Loosa is a very explosive fighter, but can struggle a bit with forward pressure. If he marches forward, sometimes he does better on the front foot than when he's on the back foot. If you're marching forward against Ange Loosa, he tends to struggle. Losa's a high output, high volume fighter, landing almost 6 significant strikes per minute. Decent takedown defense, and him losing to Gabriel Bonfim is not bad loss at all. Gabriel Bonfim is coming off of that Darce choke over Chaos Williams, so the fact that Loosa was able to survive and lose by decision is impressive. Let's go over the props. Loosa by KO plus 700. Loosa by sub plus 1,900. Loosa by sub plus 125. Excuse me. Loosa by KO plus 700. Loosa by sub plus 1,900. Loosa by decision plus 125. Sorry about that. Phil Rowe by KO plus 550. Phil Rowe by sub plus 800. Phil Rowe by decision plus 260. Will this fight go the distance? Yes at a minus 230. No at a plus 176. Loosa by KO on points minus 125. Loosa by sub points plus 105. Phil Rowe by KO on points plus 145. Phil Rowe by submission on points plus 170. In this case, guys, I am going to be taking Ange Loosa, but very low confidence. When we look at how these guys match up, it looks like Phil Rowe is like a Sean Woodson. He can just tee off on Ange Loosa all day. But I'm expecting Ange Loosa to have high volume, high output performance. I'm going to take Ange Loosa moneyline at a minus 132. Give me that this fight goes the distance at a minus 230. And I'm going to take Ange Loosa by KO on points, minus 125. And give me Loosa by decision at a plus 125. Let's go, my guy, Ange Loosa. Let's go. But may the best man win. 944. This is a fight that I'm excited for. I know a lot of people are excited for this. My bad, guys. Had to get that snot rocket out of the system. Ricky Simón, minus 500. Cameron Simon plus 360. Cameron Smotherman. Why am I saying Cameron Simon? Excuse me. Ricky Simón, minus 500. Cameron Smotherman plus 360. We know Charles Jourdain was supposed to be here. Very interesting fight. Ricky with the blonde hair seems like an evolved beast. He's evolved so much ever since he turned his hair blonde. He has made so many improvements his last couple of fights. Ricky was on a 3-fight losing skid at one point, losing to dawg by KO, Mario Batista, and most recently, a decision loss of Vinicius Oliveira. But when you zoom in into all those 3 losses, dawg Song, Mario Batista, and Vinicius Oliveira, all those guys are very, very good. The way he KO'd Javid Bashar was absolutely insane. When you look at Ricky's most recent losses, it's literally to the best of the division. Matched up against Cameron Smotherman. Cameron Smotherman just fought 1 month and 5 days ago against Cerise City. He lost a unanimous decision. He is 4-1 in his last 5, taking this fight on short notice. City was the more technical fighter in his last fight. Smotherman taking this fight on short notice feels like a last-minute call and favors Ricky. The pick is going to be Ricky Simón. Let's go, my guy, Ricky Simón. Let's go over the props. Ricky by KO plus 270. Ricky by sub plus 300. Ricky by decision plus 170. Smotherman by KO plus 700. Smotherman by sub plus 2,000. Smotherman by points plus 1,000. Will this fight go the distance? Yes, at a plus 128. No, at a minus 164. Ricky by KO on points minus 170. Ricky by sub or points minus 160. Smotherman by KO on points plus 440. Smotherman by submission on points is, I believe I had it right here. Bear with me, guys. Smotherman by submission on points plus 750. I'm going to be taking Ricky Simón. So give me Ricky Simón money line at a minus 500. I'm going to take Ricky Simón double chance. Ricky by KO or on points at a minus 170. And I'm going to take that this fight doesn't go the distance at a minus 164. And just in case, I'll take Ricky by decision at a plus 170. Let's go, my guy, Ricky Simón for the dub. Let's go, my guy. Let's go. Show us what you got, my guy. May the best man win. It's going to be a banger. It's going to be a banger just like this one. I think this one's going to be very exciting. I didn't like what this guy, Cody Durden, did. He pulled his hand forward, and that's what I wanted to show you guys. That's something that I don't really like. You know, I believe there was a situation where, I don't remember the fighters, but I don't know if it was Jeremy Stephens that pushed somebody, and the guy had like an issue where he had to actually pull out. So, obviously, I'm happy that this fight is still on. But my guy, Cody Durden, you're going to pay for that. Cody Durden plus 156. Jose Ochoa minus 194, excuse me. We have 3 Codys on this card. Cody Durden is 34 years old. He has 6 TKO wins, 6 wins by submission, and 5 wins by decision. He has a difficult test here in this matchup against Jose. Cody averages around 4 takedowns per fight. He can chain wrestle. The thing is, he sometimes struggles to control his opponent once he gets them down. Cody's chin has been cracked multiple times. Bruno Silva cracked his chin bad after losing that first round and then getting controlled heavy in the first and then coming back with a crazy KO win. Shout out to Bruno Silva because that guy always... look at what Joshua Van had with that fight. That fight was crazy. Every time Bruno Silva fights, it's always crazy. Matchup against Jose Ochoa. Jose is 10 years younger at 24 years old. He is very new to the UFC. He made his UFC debut against Loner Kavanagh 6 months ago. Jose has great takedown defense and will be looking to keep this fight on the feet, but he can't wrestle himself. He can wrestle himself if needed. Jose is a high volume, high output fighter. He can tend to overwhelm his opponents. Against Kavanagh, he lost the first and third, but he did very good in that second round. So let's go over the props. Cody by KO plus 1,100. Cody by sub plus 700. Cody by decision plus 2. Excuse me, Cody by decision plus 370. This is where it gets dicey. This is where it gets a little dicey because we know Cody can definitely win a decision. Jose by KO plus 310. Jose by sub plus 460. Jose by decision plus 230. Will this fight go the distance? Yes, at a plus 100. No, at a minus 128. Cody by KO on points plus 250. Cody by sub or points plus 210. Jose by KO on points minus 120. Jose by submission on points plus 110. In this case, guys, give me... No. Whoa. Maybe the MMA gods are thinking about something. I'm going to take Jose Ochoa at a minus 194 money line. I'm going to take Jose by KO on points at a minus 120. Give me that this fight doesn't go the distance at a minus 128. And give me Jose Ochoa by... I'll go by decision at a plus 230. Let's go, my guy, Jose Ochoa. Let's go, my guy. Let's go. I can't wait for this one. Let's go. May the best man win. Let's go, my guy, Jose. Let's go. 12:27. This is a banger fight now. I'm excited. I'm excited Kris Moutinho is back in the UFC. Let's go, my guy. Let's go. All right, Malcolm Wellmaker, minus 2,000. Kris Moutinho, plus 920. This is a banger fight. This is a short notice matchup for both guys. Wellmaker is back after making his UFC debut a couple of months ago, successfully beating Cameron Simon by KO. Wellmaker's undefeated, great footwork, great management of distance, can put his whole body into a punch when he throws. He has good takedown defense, and if you remember, Wellmaker was a blue-collar worker that ended up quitting his job after a successful UFC debut, getting a $50K bonus, and I'm so happy to see him back. I like it when he's active. I like it when these guys are active. Activity is sometimes the best for these guys. Wellmaker's coming off of his second round, his second counter KO win. First one was on Dana White Contender Series. Second was on his UFC debut against Simon. I will say, I wouldn't be surprised if Wellmaker gets another counter KO. Kris Moutinho is back in the UFC after getting cut, losing to Guido Canetti due to a super early stoppage. He managed to put together a 5-fight win streak, finishing all 5 of his opponents inside the distance. Welcome back, Kris Moutinho. Kris Moutinho was hit 230 times in his fight against O'Malley, but he showed grit and toughness, and that was a standing TKO. So even then, you could argue that that was an early stoppage as well. Kris got TKO'd in that fight, but it was a standing TKO. Kris comes forward and throws the kitchen sink. He has a decent wrestling. He is 0-2 in the UFC. Now back, and it seems like the UFC matchmakers know exactly what they're doing in this fight. Let's go over the props. Wellmaker's only 31 years old, making a quick turnaround. That's what I like to see. Wellmaker by KO, minus 250. Wellmaker by KO reminds me of Azamat Murzakanov over Brenson Ribeiro at a minus 250. Wellmaker by sub, plus 500. Wellmaker by decision, plus 650. Kris by KO, plus 2,300. Kris by sub, plus 3,900. Kris by decision, plus 1,900. Will this fight go the distance? Yes, at a plus 470. No, at a minus 750. Wellmaker by KO on points, minus 450. Wellmaker by sub or points, plus 260. Kris by KO on points, plus 1,200. Kris by sub or points, plus 1,500. Damn. Give me Wellmaker by KO, minus 250. I'll take Wellmaker by KO on points, minus 450. Give me that this fight doesn't go the distance at a minus 750. I'll take Wellmaker by... I wanted to say Wellmaker by... You know what? We'll sprinkle Wellmaker by decision. Wellmaker by decision plus 650. We'll do a light sprinkle on it. Light sprinkle. I'm going to go Wellmaker by KO. And give me third round... I'm going to go late third round TKO. After a barrage of strikes. Because Kris Moutinho... You can hit this guy, Kris Moutinho, with a shovel. And he won't go out. 13:35. Let's go. Court McGee versus Michael Chiesa. Michael Chiesa minus 355. Court McGee plus 270. McGee is a former middleweight versus Michael Chiesa, former lightweight. This is a skippable fight. You don't have to bet it. This looks like it's going to get dicey and it's going to get ugly. Michael Chiesa is primarily a grappler. 18-7 at 37 years old. He managed to put together a 2-fight win streak with wins over Tony Ferguson and then most recently a win over Max Griffin. He managed to get a nice rear naked choke on Max Griffin. Chiesa managed to break a 3-fight losing skid, losing to the best Vicente Luque by Darce, Sean Brady by decision, and Kevin Holland by Darce. And against Sean Brady, he actually did pretty good. Chiesa looks to drag you down. Good control, position over submission, and he has a super tight squeeze. But he can look off in the striking department. Matched up against Court McGee. Court McGee also managed to break a 3-fight losing skid. Court lost to Jeremiah Wells by left hook KO, Matt Brown by right hook KO, and most recently lost a decision to Alex Moreno. Then beat Tim Means with a great submission neck crank 3 minutes and 19 seconds into round 1. Court is 11-12 in the UFC, has a lot of octagon time and experience. Court is pretty durable, very, very well-rounded, showed a new wrinkle in his game in the grappling department. He has 11 takedowns in his last 6 fights. Let's go over the props. For some reason, I think Court is going to be the stronger fighter. I don't know why, I just feel like Court is going to be the stronger fighter. Let's go over the props. Michael by KO plus 1,400. Michael by sub plus 210. Michael by decision plus 125. Court by KO plus 1,400. Court by sub plus 1,100. Court by decision plus 500. Will this fight go the distance? Yes at a minus 144. No at a plus 112. Might go by KO on points minus 105. Might go by sub or points minus 290. Court by KO on points plus 370. Court by sub or points plus 340. Alright, guys, in this case, it's the pollen, guys. Bear with me. It's the pollen. In this case, guys, I'm taking Michael Chiesa money line at a minus 355. I'm going to be taking Michael Chiesa by decision, plus 125. Give me Michael Chiesa by sub at a plus 210. Light sprinkle. I'll take that this fight goes a distance at a minus 144. And give me Michael by submission or on points at a minus 290. Let's go, my guy, Michael Chiesa. Let's go. 1438. 1438. This is fun. I like it when these guys get right into each other's face. I will say they were about to touch, they were about to kiss, which was a little too close for comfort in my opinion. Plus 310 for Paul Craig, Rodolfo Bellato minus 420. This was a good face-off. Finally, the fight is back and it's happening. Bellato had herpes last time, I believe. Paul Craig is an explosive fighter on the ground. He can get tagged up pretty easily. He usually gets beat up and then he comes back with an impressive submission win. Paul Craig is 1-4 in his last 5 on a 3-fight losing skid, losing to Brendan Allen by rear naked choke, Kyle Barella by KO, and most recently lost to Bo Nickel by decision. Massive red flag. Paul Craig is 9-9 in the UFC, only man to ever beat Magomed Ankalaev. Very impressive. Paul Craig has 9 subs in the first round, 2 subs in the second, and 2 subs in the third. He starts off crazy in that first round, guys. Paul Craig is back at 205 pounds. Rodolfo Bellato is a bit messy. He got 10-8'd in the first round by Jimmy Crute. He got dropped badly in the first, then ended up surviving and winning the second and third. I will say, Bellato has recovery like Nate Diaz. That's something that you don't really want to... When a fighter is tough, it's because he can take a beating. I don't know for how much longer Bellato can take a beating, but this guy Bellato can eat a punch like if it's for breakfast. Bellato eats one to give one at 12-2-1. He just brawls it out. He's primarily a grappler. Very good control. Position over submission. But he can snatch the neck at any time. Bellato lost to Vitor Petrino twice. He got KO'd first time in 25 seconds. And then he ate a left hook to ground strikes the second time he lost to Vitor. And we know Vitor Petrino is a fraud. Paul Craig can easily be in a position where he is on bottom. And then boom, he wraps up a triangle and snatches up something. Who remembers when Paul Craig subbed Jamal Hill? I don't want to say it, but Bellato is chinny. But his recovery is what makes him in the fight. Let's go over the props. Well, Bellato has 4 TKOs in the first, 3 TKOs in the second, 4 subs in the first round, and 1 win by decision, which is sketchy. Bellato by KO, minus 135. Bellato by sub, plus 750. Bellato by decision, plus 500. Paul Craig by KO, plus 1,400. Craig by sub, plus 700. Craig by decision, plus 850. Will this fight go the distance? Yes at a plus 300, no at a minus 450. Paul by KO on points, plus 600. Paul by sub or points, plus 390. Bellato by KO on points, minus 260. Bellato by sub or points, plus 280. The fact that Bellato's only been the distance once is a massive, massive red flag, guys. Massive red flag. So in this case, guys, give me Bellato by KO, minus 135. I'm going to take Bellato money line, minus 420. I'm going to take Bellato by KO or on points, minus 260. And I'll take that this fight doesn't go the distance at a minus 450. I'm going to check what Bellato by KO or submission is. Just to check. Double chance. Maybe it's worth a shot. Bellato by KO or submission, minus 210. Alright, that's good. I like it. So give me Bellato KO, minus 135. I'll take Bellato money line. I'll take that this fight doesn't go the distance, minus 450. Give me Bellato by KO on points. And give me Bellato by KO or submission at a minus 210. Let's go, my guy Bellato. Let's go. 1608, let's go. Here we go. Now this is a banger. I didn't mute my mic, guys, my bad. I forgot to. Plus 490, Alonzo Menifield, Oumar Sy, minus 700. Oumar Sy and Mansur, I know I said Oumar Sy and Mansur Abdul-Malik should fight. And they're in different weight classes, but I don't know why. I just want to see them just scrap. Oumar is 2-0 in the UFC, heavy-handed athlete with 4 TKO wins in the first round, 3 subs in the first round, 1 sub in the second, and 3 wins by decision. He is a 6'4" athlete, uses his height and reach and management of distance to his own advantage. Oumar can wrestle very well, and the fact that he has been the distance before means that he's a little bit more experienced as an undefeated athlete. He's a great addition to the UFC. I love watching Oumar fight. Matched up against Alonzo Menifield. Menifield's fight IQ can be questionable. Who remembers when Alonzo Menifield just ran right into Carlos Ulberg and he got knocked out in 12 seconds? Alonzo's a powerhouse, very explosive fighter. He's coming off of that split decision win over Julius Walker. That fight was so sloppy. Let's go over the props. Excuse me, guys. Oumar by KO plus 280. Oumar by sub plus 150. Oumar by decision plus 250. Alonzo by KO plus 1,200. Alonzo by sub plus 2,300. Alonzo by decision plus 1,200. Will this fight go the distance? Yes, at a plus 190. No, at a minus 260. I think more than likely this fight doesn't go the distance, but even that is playing with fire. Alonzo by KO on points plus 650. Alonzo by sub points plus 850. Oumar by KO on points minus 120. Oumar by sub points minus 195. Over 1.5 minus 148. Under 1.5 plus 116. Guys, in this case, give me the over 1.5 minus 148. I'm going to take Oumar by submission on points minus 195. Give me that this fight doesn't go the distance at a minus 260. And give me, just in case, I'll take Oumar by KO on points minus 120. And give me Oumar by submission plus 150. Let's go. In reality, I think he should be able to get a submission. But you guys know Alonzo Menifield. You know what? Just in case, let's take Alonzo. Let's take Oumar side by KO or submission. Let's take that. Oumar side by KO or submission. Minus 175. I like it. Let's go. My guy, Oumar side for the dub. Let's go, my guy. Let's go. 17-12, 17-12. This is a banger. You know, I liked listening to Cody Brundage in the interview. On Media Day, I really like Media Day because you get to listen to the fighters. You get to listen to who's coming. Sometimes they bring their family. And Cody Brundage is always here. He always is a game. That's what I like about Cody Brundage. He, you know, sometimes he gets a little bit of slack because of Jacob Malkoun. You know, he kind of took the easy way out. But he's always going to show up to the fight. He's not going to pull a Macy Barber and pull out last minute. He's not going to pull it. Like, he's always going to show up. Cody Brundage plus 570. Mansur Abdul-Malik minus 900. This is going to be a crazy fight. Cody Brundage, at only 31 years old, has a very decent resume. At 11-6, he is 3-1 and 1 out of his last 5 fights. Cody can wrestle. He has an amazing slam TKO win over Zach Reese. Cody's coming off of a crazy KO win with a right cross to ground punches against Julian Marquez, and he was an underdog in that fight. That fight was an absolute war. Cody actually got clipped in that fight. I was a little scared for Cody. I had Cody, and even then, I was like, damn, like, that's going to be a crazy fight. Guys, so in this case, Cody's a high-level wrestler looking to go to war here, matched up against the undefeated prospect, Mansur Abdul-Malik, an insanely elite wrestler, college wrestler, Division I wrestler. Mansur is a very heavy-handed, very good timing on his takedowns, good 1-2, great control, massive elbows once on top. Once he postures up, you better be careful. His most recent fight against Nick Klein got super dicey. He was struggling early and he ended up facing adversity and winning that fight by a brutal KO in the second round. Undefeated fighters in 2025 can get sketchy, but I really like Mansur Abdul-Malik to win this fight inside the distance. Let's go over the props. It's the pollen, guys. It's the pollen. Mansur by KO minus 350. Mansur by sub plus 1,200. Mansur by decision plus 900. Cody by KO plus 1,000. Cody by sub plus 1,200. Cody by decision plus 1,800. Will this fight go the distance? Yes, at a plus 590. No, at a minus 1,100. Mansur by KO on points minus 550. Mansur by sub points plus 550. Cody by KO or on points plus 700. Cody by sub points plus 1,200. Over 1.5 plus 144. Under 1.5 minus 186. Give me Mansur Abdul-Malik by KO minus 350. I'm going to take Mansur Abdul-Malik by KO or on points, minus 550. You guys know that's the lock of the week. Give me that this fight doesn't go the distance. I know it's chalky, minus 1,100. And I'm going to take the under 1.5 at a minus 196. At a minus 186. But I will say, I think I might take the over 1.5 in another parlay because I feel like Cody might survive the over 1.5. It's only 7.5 minutes, and Cody manages just to make things work. But in this case, guys, I'm taking the under 1.5, minus 186. This fight doesn't go the distance, minus 1,100. Mansur by KO on points, minus 550. You know Mansur can definitely get that sub, so just in case, Mansur by submission on points, plus 550. Give me Mansur by KO, minus 350. Let's go, my guy, Mansur Abdul-Malik. Let's go. 18-19, 18-19. Let's go. Here we go, here we go. This is a banger. I'm not going to lie. I should have kept the braids on, but they were itching a lot. But my guy Cody Garbrandt, actually, the braids actually look pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Those braids are tight, though. I know those braids are tight. Cody Garbrandt, plus 180. Raoni Barcelos, minus 225. This is a good fight where it takes two to tango. 33-year-old Cody Garbrandt versus 38-year-old Barcelos. Cody No Love Garbrandt is primarily a striker looking to keep this fight on the feet. He has some clean shots, uses his speed, footwork, and athleticism to his own advantage. At 14-6, for some reason I thought Cody was 35. Cody can struggle with durability. Cody's coming off of that rear naked choke submission loss to Deiveson Figueiredo 1 year and 1 month ago. Inactivity is on Cody's side. Cody can get hit a lot. He can get drawn into a firefight at times and get emotional. Against Rob Font was piecing him up. Matched up against 5-time Brazilian national wrestling champion Raoni Barcelos. Barcelos is on a he's on a 2-fight win streak with wins over Christian Quinones by rear naked choke and most recently a massive upset win over Peyton Talbot 4 months ago. Barcelos is elite. Good volume, great cardio. I will say just he can be cracked, and if he gets cracked, he might look like Rafael Assunção. The way he went out against Cody Garbrandt. Let's go over the props. I'm not going to lie, guys. The pollen is getting to me. It's getting to me, guys. It's getting to me. I'm sorry. Cody Garbrandt by KO plus 380. Worth a sprinkle. Worth a slip. Cody by sub plus 2,800. Cody by decision plus 470. Cody by KO. Excuse me. Raoni by KO plus 400. Raoni by sub plus 480. Raoni by decision plus 190. I like Raoni by decision at a plus 190. Will this fight go the distance? Yes at a minus 102. No at a minus 124. Cody by KO on points plus 170. Cody by sub points plus 410. Raoni by KO on points minus 120. Raoni by sub points minus 105. Guys, in this case, guys, I am going to be taking Raoni Barcelos moneyline minus 225. Give me that this fight doesn't go the distance at a minus 124. I'll take Raoni by decision at a plus 190, and give me Raoni by sub at a plus 480. Let's go, my guy, Raoni Barcelos. I like Barcelos by submission on points at a minus 105. I think it hits. Let's go, my guy, Raoni Barcelos for the dub. Let's go. Guys, sorry if I did a little bit too much pauses. It's because my snot is just running. I normally don't have this much. Edmen Shahbazyan versus Ange Prochazka. Edmen Shahbazyan minus 160. Ange Prochazka plus 130. This is a banger fight. Sorry about that, guys. Edmen Shahbazyan as a favorite is always a red flag. Look at this. Edmen dropped all the way down to a minus 160. Ange Prochazka plus 130. Edmen as a favorite is always a red flag. He's a Call of Duty Black Ops mystery box. You never know what you're going to get. The ray gun, the teddy bear. You don't know what you're going to get with Edmen Shahbazyan. In this case, I hope it's a ray gun. I'm going to the mystery box. Edmen's the mystery box. Edmen, you better give me a fucking ray gun, Edmen Shahbazyan, the mystery box from Black Ops, Call of Duty. Zombies. Edmen is only 27 years old with an insanely high finish rate. Edmen has 11 TKOs in the first round. 1 in the second and one sub. 1 win by sub. And only 1 win by decision. Massive red flag, just like Bellato. Guys, if you ever see a guy with a record with multiple double-digit fights on his record, and he only has 1 win by decision, you know that guy's a finish or be finished fighter. A bit of a red flag, but Edmen has good low kicks. He can be open to a takedown, but he has very good power. Can tend to make questionable decisions like dropping GM3 and then going into his guard. He has a 65% takedown defense, but is a wet noodle on his back and can get taken down easily. We saw that against Derek Brunson. What he did to Edmen Shahbazyan was brutal. He's coming off of that first round right hook KO win over Dylan Budka. Edmen can tend to fade as the fight gets longer. Matched up against Ange Prochazka. Prochazka is 34 years old, looking to extend his 3-fight win streak to a 4. With wins over Josh Frem, Dylan Budka, and his best win yet, Rodolfo Vieira. Andre is a great wrestler, good striking, and he loves to set up his takedowns. He has great timing mixed in with his great BJJ. He has had a lot of success against Rodolfo Vieira. Edmen, as the favorite, is something that I don't mind skipping. There's nothing wrong with skipping the fight. 1-800-GAMBLER type of fight right here. plus 130 by KO. Edmund by KO, plus 130. Edmund by sub, plus 850. Edmund by decision, plus 500. Andre Petroski by KO, plus 850. Petroski by sub, plus 600. Petroski by decision, plus 400. Will this fight go the distance? Yes at a plus 188. No at a minus 250. Petroski by KO on points, plus 250. Petroski by sub or points, plus 200. Edmund by KO on points, minus 145. Edmund by submission on points, plus 300. In this case, guys, I'm going to be taking Edmund Shabazi in moneyline, minus 160. It's dropped all the way down. Low confidence. Edmund moneyline. Edmund by KO at a plus 130. Give me that this fight doesn't go the distance at a minus 250. And I'll take Edmund by KO or on points at a minus 145. Let's go, my guy, Edmund Shabazian for the dub. Low confidence, though, and there's nothing wrong with skipping a fight, guys. Nothing wrong with, you make a parlay, and nothing wrong with skipping this one. This one's going to be a little bit of a weird one, in my opinion, guys. This one's going to get dicey, in my opinion, because I don't know. I don't know where Rose Namajunas' head is at. And that's, with every fight, it's like we got to see where her headspace is at. And Pat Barry's probably going to give her some questionable advice in between rounds. We're going to see the BK have it your way ad. And meanwhile, while we're watching that, Pat Barry's going to be giving Rose Namajunas the worst advice. Rose Namajunas minus 245. Miranda Maverick plus 194. I like Miranda Maverick. She has more momentum. And just looking at the way both of these girls look, Miranda Maverick is very top heavy. I think she should be the stronger fighter. It's just a matter of whether she can get this fight to where she wants it. Former strawweight champion of the world versus Miranda Maverick. Number 7 ranked Rose Namajunas versus number 11 ranked Miranda Maverick. This is a good co-main. I know a lot of people will hate on this one, but this is a good one. Rose can wrestle her way. Rose can wrestle very well. Sometimes. She wrestled hard against Zhang Weili. I know that's not her bread and butter, but she has done it and she has it in her back pocket. She has 2 wins over the champ Zhang Weili, but that was at 115. At 13-7, Rose can struggle at 125 with fighters who are stronger than her and have more technique in the wrestling department. We just saw in her last outing against Erin Blanchfield, she got a little bit tired and she got controlled in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th pretty heavy. She managed to beat Amanda Ribas and Tracy Cortez both at 125 and both by decision. Rose has a great counter-striking ability but can tend to wait a little bit way too long. And that's how she is. She's a counter-striker, but sometimes, she's on the outside trying to pick you apart. And she can tend to be a little bit too on the back foot. Rose sometimes struggles with her headspace. If she is not in the right headspace, she can just be open to lose. Matched up against Miranda Maverick. Miranda Maverick managed to put together a 4-fight win streak after losing to Jasmine Jasavicius. She put together an amazing, great 4-fight win streak with wins over Priscilla Cachoeira, Andrea Lee, Diane Barbosa, most recently 5 months ago, a decision win over Jamey-Lyn Horth. Very good win in my opinion. It was 1-1 going to the 3rd, and she actually ended up getting a takedown in the middle of the open mat, and that ended up solidifying her win. She can have holes in the striking department, but she looks better and better each and every fight. And if you follow Miranda Maverick on Instagram, you know that she's ready for this fight. It was a close fight against Jamey-Lyn Horth, but she managed to edge out the decision with a great takedown in round 3. The pick is going to be Rose Namajunas. But you know damn well I'm going to be taking Miranda Maverick moneyline in a different slip. There's nothing wrong with maybe even the plus 3.5 for Miranda Maverick. My bad, guys. I forgot to mute my mic. Let's go over the props. Rose by KO plus 950. Rose by sub plus 1,500. Rose by decision minus 150. Miranda by KO plus 2,300. Miranda by sub plus 1,200. Miranda by decision plus 280. Will this fight go the distance? Yes at a minus 550. No at a plus 350. Rose by KO on points, minus 210. Rose by submission on points, minus 185. Miranda by KO on points, plus 230. Miranda by submission on points, and I'm going to go, I didn't write the whole number. I wrote 2-0. I believe it's plus, let me check. Miranda by submission on points, plus 200. Guys, I am going to be sprinkling Miranda Maverick moneyline, just in case. I'm just going to sprinkle it, plus 194, but in this case, I have to make a pick. I'm taking Rose Namajunas. Give me Rose Namajunas minus 245. Moneyline. Give me Rose by decision at a minus 150. I'll take that this fight goes the distance at a minus 550. And give me Rose by KO or on points at a minus 210. Let's go, my guy. Let's go, my girl. Rose Namajunas. Let's go. May the best girl win. Let's go. I think this is going to be a good co-main event. Sit back. Have a nice cold drink. A nice cold iced tea for me. And have some snacks while I'm watching these fights. 24:59. If you guys made it this far, guys, obviously I'm sorry about my pollen. My nose, I got allergies, really bad allergies. I don't know why. Shout out to Usman, man. But if you guys made it this far, comment 34-minute gang. Let's break it down. Here we go. Kamaru Usman plus 210. Joaquin Buckley minus 265. An absolute banger matchup. Main event, boys and girls. Kamaru has been out for a while. Feels like so long since Usman has been back. And now he is back after 1 year and 7 months ago. Since Usman's last fight it was against Hamza Chimaev 1 year and 7 months ago. Usman is on a 3-fight losing skid to Leon Edwards twice. One by KO and once by decision. Then he lost to Hamza by decision. Usman's most recent wins are Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal. Former champion, multiple-time belt defender. Usman is a great wrestler. He can have a jab like a piston when he goes into southpaw. Usman has 18 fights in the UFC with 59 takedowns and 6 title defenses. Usman can do it all, but just like Father Time, he gets to us all. I hope Usman's knees aren't like cobblestones. Because we know Buckley's going to be blasting the low kicks. He's going to be blasting the body kick. But even when you attack even when you attack Usman's knees, Usman, he throws. Against Jorge Masvidal, Jorge was throwing leg kicks. And Usman prevented Jorge from throwing leg kicks because he got into Jorge's face. He made Jorge worry about his striking. And Usman, one thing we know is power is the last thing to go. And this guy has power. You saw what Usman did to Gilbert Burns. Matched up against Joaquin Buckley. Buckley is an explosive powerhouse. At only 31 years old, he is 11-4 in the UFC, looking to extend his win streak to 7 wins in a row with the win over Usman. Buckley has 4 TKOs in the first, 8 TKOs in the second, and 3 TKOs in the third. No wins by submission yet for Buckley. And he has 5 wins by decision, 2 of them being split for Buckley. Buckley has great forward pressure. He can tend to build momentum like a snowball. Almost like a ticking time bomb, waiting, getting closer. You can hear the wind just passing each and every single time he throws. Almost like a Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson bobbing his head, momentum building, snowball effect building, and then eventually he just puts your lights out, just like how he did against Wonder Boy. By the way, what he did against Wonder Boy was absolutely insane. Buckley's coming off of a TKO win over Colby Covington. He outworked Colby. He showed great takedown defense, and he managed to make Colby's face look like a pool of blood. Kamaru will need to wrestle heavy here, even against the cage. Maybe some foot stomps like how we saw against Jorge Masvidal. Usman won. We know Usman can catch the leg kick and turn it into a takedown. I don't know how sharp Usman's going to be. I don't know if you guys believe in ring rust, but this is going to be a crazy fight. Kamaru might be playing catch-up if he loses the first 2 rounds because of him being slower and less active. Activity is very important for Usman. And the fact that he's not active means that he might come in this fight looking a little off in the first couple of minutes. If we were to take this fight back a couple of years back, it's way more competitive, but we are in the big 2025. Buckley's going to be the pick. I like Buckley moneyline. Buckley having wins over Wonderboy, Colby, and Usman would be an insane resume to have. I like Buckley by KO on points, but if he doesn't finish this fight inside the distance, give me Buckley by 48-47, 49-46, and 48-47 unanimous decision. Let's go over the props. Buckley by KO plus 150, Buckley by sub plus 1,900, Buckley by decision plus 210. Excuse me, guys. Usman by KO plus 470, Usman by sub plus 2,900, Usman by decision plus 550. I think Usman could definitely win a decision at a plus 550. He can definitely even knock out Buckley. Buckley's been chinned before, but this is a new Buckley at 170. Will this fight go the distance? Plus 118. No at a minus 150. Usman plus 1 takedown. Minus 380. Kamaru Usman by KO on points plus 220. Usman by sub points plus 480. Buckley by KO on points minus 240. Buckley by submission on points plus 175. Over 4.5 plus 102. Under 4.5 minus 130. Guys, in this case, guys, I'm going to take Buckley moneyline. Buckley moneyline at a minus 265. I'm going to take Buckley by KO at a plus 150. Give me the under 4.5 at a minus 130. And give me Buckley by KO or on points at a minus 240. And give me that this fight doesn't go the distance at a minus 150. Let's go, my guy, Joaquin Buckley. I will say, I do like Buckley by KO rounds 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to see what it's at right now. Let me just see. Buckley by KO. Oh, and I like Usman. Usman to get 1 takedown at a minus 380. I think that's a good prop as an anchor to your last parlay. You guys saw last time against Merab and Sean, I had Merab to get 1 takedown. I know it was a minus 4,500, but that was the only parlay that I hit because the rest of them had Merab by decision. In this case, guys, let's look at what KO. Buckley by KO rounds 3, 4, and 5. Buckley by KO rounds 3, 4, and 5 plus 450. In this case, guys, give me Usman to land 1 takedown minus 380. I'm going to take Buckley by KO plus 150. Give me Buckley money line at a minus 265. I'll take Buckley by KO or on points at a minus 240. Give me the under 4.5 at a minus 130. And give me that this fight doesn't go the distance at a minus 150. And just to top it all off, I'll take Buckley by KO plus 150. Let's go, my guy Buckley. May the best man win. I'll go Buckley by 48-47, 49-46, and 48-47 unanimous decision. May the best man win. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know who you guys got. Drop a like on this video, guys. 35-minute gang. Let's go. Little bit of a longer video. 13 fights. Let's go. May the best man win. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's get it, baby. Peace. The best is blessed, baby. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, peace. Have a great weekend. Hey.